I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
Try not to get hit, lest all that vim go to waste.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Materials such as this can be combined to craft things.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
My magics are at your disposal.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall! Focus! A moment of indecision may spell our doom! Of course.
Of course, the fight would have been lost without you, Arisen. Is there any way to climb up there?
I'm not sure what we'll find, but it might be something useful.
Seems we've stumbled into Saurian territory.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
My magics are at your disposal.
Wheat worms can prove troublesome.
Let us remain calm and deliver the beasts their end.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. My knowledge from other worlds tells me that a forgotten riftstone lies near here. Shall I lead the way? Now here's a surprise.
The thrill of discovery never gets old. Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beast strings for allies.
Fascinating.
A smashing success.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Gazing upon the sea makes me feel rather strange.
I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
magics are at your disposal. Tis no more or less than what one might have expected.
Goblins, master!
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few. My pack's grown rather heavy.
Well, let us make haste for the nearest town. I'd rather sell our pickings at market than toss them aside. With this, my magics are yours to wield.
I'll make a living if I get myself into it.
Someone's sweeping me off my feet.
Now you've done it.
You stop and have a look. Like wares of every ilk.
Looks like my luck's run out. Well, take a look while you're here.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
There's no hope to be found where'er I turn. There's no hope to be found where'er I turn. 'Tis the end of days. Well, we're afraid favours the weak. I always say.
Now, where was I bound again? I'm not sure.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up. Here you go. I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
'Twould seem the Queen Regent has made significant alterations to the chain of command.
You here to aid me?
My head hurts just thinking about it. I don't know what to do.
I don't feel safe here. I'm quite sure I was, but ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
I don't know what to do.
Town's been getting open.
I'll take any chance not to think
This
on my
place is awful dull. Can't complain, mind.
I'll need to replenish my stock before long.
Now,
'Tis a ladder. Shall we see where it leads?
We ought to put it to good use.
You! You! Well then, son, how might I be of service?
This really is fine.
You!
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall...
A good day to you.
Fancy a look at my wares? 'Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Do come again.
Time to be heading home. Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Have you need of me?
You fond of those eyes? Keep them to yourself.
Haste makes waste, as they say.
Fine fettle today.
Might as well take a look while you're here,
To be taken care of.
What am I supposed to do?
Good day, sir. Another errand to see to.
Well then, son,
This really
how
is
might I be of service?
This part's a bit different as well.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Really scary.
Well then, son,
I've never seen
how
one.
might I be of service?
All the best tales come from travel. I'll have nightmares if I let myself worry overmuch.
This really is... Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind. Curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be.
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Do come again.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far.
These foreign bows do so intrigue me, but I shall admire them. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect, such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold, but this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Need anything?
Well met, son. How might I be of service? What could yon chest be hiding?
We meet again. Truth be told, I was hoping we might. Would you care to stay and talk a moment? I'm glad. Sit down, won't you? I'm rather fond of this place. I ne'er imagined a city could be like this. So full of excitement, so alive. And how could I have? In all my life, I've hardly left the palace. My mother is quite strict. You understand. Oft did I long for a taste of normal life. Even aught as simple as going shopping for myself. My mother has always procured the things I covet for me, so to pick out an item and obtain it with my own hands held a certain appeal. Which reminds me, I owe you a debt. I fear I cannot repay the full sum all at once. I have rather little in the way of spending money. Pray, take this for now. You'll have more when next we meet. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
This looks as good a place as any.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Something good will come of today. I
While you're here, eh?
Barely scraping by. Not a care in the world. Just as it is.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Oh dear.
Always another errand to see to. What am I to make of this?
Since my days are naught but toil.
Well then, son, how might I be?
Haste makes waste, as some say.
If I could, I'd never do.
Might head to market. I need a
New days, the chance to time for
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
hill of this ruckus.
Pray slow your feet! You run too fast for the likes of me!
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot.
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Good day, sir. What might you require, even if it's no?
My bed is as sharp as this. Look as long as you please.
Haste makes waste.
Can't make a living if I get myself.
We must rest. I return safe and sound, and I dare say wiser for my travels. Tomorrow, a good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Good tidings, friend. How have you been keeping? As for me, I made the most of my week-long sojourn. One might even say I enjoyed myself overmuch. You see, I grew so fond of the destination my feet carried me off to, methinks I should like to live there. And that's when I thought, mayhap you've grown just as fond of this dwelling. Fond enough to purchase it from me? I can't just give it to you, mind. I've my relocation costs to consider, but I'd sell it to you cheap as I can afford. Well, friend, what say you? Sorry I am to hear it. You know where to find me, should you change your mind.
'Tis the dream of many to own a home, Master. Shall we gather the requisite funds to make it our own?
quite agree.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. Hi. Faring well, I hope. Would you care to join me? I'd not say no to a bit of company. I was hoping you'd say that. Do you know, I had a feeling we'd meet here today. Intuition, I suppose. Say, you're not from round here, are you? Are you a traveler? Have you seen many places? How I envy you. This city is all I know. I long to learn more of the outside world, but Mother won't allow it. She's always telling me how dangerous it is beyond the palace walls. But that only makes me question her judgment all the more. After all, if the world truly is so perilous, what of the lives of our people? They must be fraught with uncertainty, subject to harsh conditions. It seems unfair that I alone should be shielded from that reality. But listen to me waffling on. Ah, I almost forgot. Here, I brought more of the money I owe you. I should have the remainder ready by our next meeting. My apologies, friend, but I'd best be going. I mustn't let Mother find out I left the palace. Thank you for indulging me. I do hope we'll see each other anon. Till then, farewell.
Aye, got some... Much appreciated.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
North of Vermont is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off left off the...
Shall we make for Burnworth Palace?
Someone talked about this. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
We have reached our distance. We shall... I'll remain here.
It's a thankless job, this.
Would that all my days were so
Decent sleep. Or a comfy bedroll.
I only pray my watch without such quietude. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
Some skills can only be honed on the battlefield.
I'd sooner stay out of battle, very possible.
Doctor can't stomach places like this.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well. I'd sooner stay out of battle, were it possible.
I'll be done for the day.
riches grows ere longer.
Fine place. Prayer's a waste of time. No one's listening.
All my peers seem so much more capable. Would that all my days were so tranquil.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
I've clean forgotten.
Not sure why I patrol it. If I'm honest, suppose I can always run.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right.
Quiet at last.